Hello everyone, so today I'll be showing you guys how to add a spectate to your game. So for this tutorial we'll need to explore properties. We're going to get them by clicking view, explore, and properties. Before we get started with scripting, we're going to go to our replicated storage, we're going to click the plus button, and we're going to insert a remote event. We're going to rename this remote event and call it request spectate. Now we're going to create a GUI with 3 buttons. So to do that, we're going to go to our starter GUI, click the plus button, insert a screen GUI, rename the screen GUI to spectate GUI, and then we're going to insert 3 text buttons. So we're going to click plus, 1 text button, plus, 2 text button, 3 text button. So I'm just going to drag this one here, this one in the center, this one on the right. I'm going to rename this right button, right button. So we're just going to rename the right button to right button, then the center button to exit button, and then the left button to left button. Now I'm just quickly going to modify these, make them look a little bit better. So I'm going to make the background color of the left button to like this blue color. Then I'm also going to add a UI corner to smoothen out the corners. Back to the left button, I'm going to go to font face for Doka 1. Text is going to say left, text scaled is true, and text color is white. Now I'm going to do my red button. I'm just going to copy this background color and paste it here. Then I'm also going to duplicate this UI corner, just drop it in there. Then I'm going to go to our font face, again for Doka 1, text, right, text color, white, and text scale is true. Now for our exit button, I'm gonna just again duplicate this UI corner and drop it in there. I'm gonna make the background color red because it's our exit button, and then I'm gonna go to font face for Doka 1, text, exit, text color white, and text scale is true. We are done with our GUI and our remote event. Now let's get to scripting. So the first script we're going to do is a normal script in our server script service. So we're going to click this plus button and insert a normal script. We're going to delete everything in here. Now I'm going to paste a script and I'm going to explain its functions. So this is the script. Basically we get our replicated storage and we get our request spectate event. And in here we have a table called spectators. And we have this on server event with 2 actions, start and stop. Basically, when a player sends start, it stores their target player in a table called spectators, which we have right here. These curly brackets, by the way, are a table. And when a player sends stop, it clears the spectator status, and also it cleans up if a player leaves the game, removing them from the table to avoid any errors. So over here in the player removing, it sets the spectators player to nil, which basically just removes them from our table. This is it for our script. Now let's make a new script on starter player script. We're going to insert a local script, delete everything in here. I'm going to paste another script. So in this script we have our GUI with the left, right, and exit buttons. We have our camera, our player, run service, our event, replicated storage, and the players. And then we have spectating is equals to false because we're not spectating right now. We also have another table called targets. And now we have our first function called update targets, and what this does is it collects all the valid players to spectate, but it excludes itself, and it ensures that the players that we're spectating have a humanoid group part, or just their characters, their players. This show GUI function just enables our GUI. This function called start spectate, it starts spectating the first target and sends the start event to the server and shows the GUI. So basically, if we go back to our script and our server script service, as you can see, the action is start, and this just sends this fires the request spectate remote event, and it fires start, and then our server script catches it and it does its thing. Same thing with stop spectate, but instead it stops spectating and it resets the player's camera and it sends the stop event and it hides the GUI. This spectate target function just basically sets our camera to the selected spectator or the selected target that's next. This left mouse button one click just goes to the previous player, and the right mouse button one click goes to the next player. The exit will just stop spectating, And basically this chunk right here, the user input service, is when you press the F button on your keyboard, it toggles the spectating mode on and off for like quick access. And then this run service.render step, it keeps updating the camera every frame for smooth following. And as default, the GUI is hidden. So let's try it out. Now that I'm in the game, I have my player 1 and my player 2, and if I click F, as you can see, the buttons, they're not aligning because I just adjusted them, but the buttons show up. I'm right there. If I move, and we have the exit button, the left and right. Of course these don't work because there's no previous or next target that we can spectate, but the spectate works because if I start walking on the player 2, which we're spectating player 2 right now, it works. The render step updates the camera every second, which it's not that smooth, but it does its job. And if I press F again, as you can see, it goes back to my camera, and same thing with the exit button. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you guys don't miss out a new video. And also, both of the scripts and probably this whole thing is going to be in my Discord in the description below, so go ahead, join my Discord to skip this whole thing. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.